Hi Scorpio, welcome to your personal energy focus reading. This is a collective reading and a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. If it does not resonate with you, just check out your moon and rising signs, and if you're still not finding the answer you're looking for, perhaps another tarot reader, or just ask Spirit, because this I know, if you have a question, they want you to have the answer. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Scorpio friends. I thank you that they look to you for guidance, and I thank you for giving us tarot as a tool. Please show us clearly what energies can Scorpio focus on for their highest and best self. Again, we thank you for love, light, and prosperity, clear and concise messages, clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us what are the energies Scorpio can focus on for their highest and best self. Okay, ready? We're starting out with harmony, memories of love, and fertility. Okay, now, in a love reading, somebody might get real excited because, this could talk about meeting somebody from your past, you're going to get pregnant, have kids, all that stuff. But this is a personal focus reading, personal energy focus. So that's how I'm going to be reading these cards based on that question. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for allowing us to use tarot as a tool. And I thank you for showing us the energies that Scorpio can be focusing on. Show us clearly what, clarify for us. Why do you have harmony on the board? Why are we looking at that? Why are we looking at memories of love? And why are we looking at fertility? Show us clearly for Scorpio. What are these energies about, please? We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, so clarifying harmony, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And clarifying harmony, we have the Tower. Clarifying memories of love, we have the Hanged Man. And clarifying memories of love, we have the Two of Cups. Clarifying fertility, we have the Seven of Swords, and clarifying fertility, we have the Three of Cups. Okay, Scorpio, before we dig into that message, we're going to get the oracle message from the Enchanted Map. I am still reading that message. So as soon as we pull a card, we'll read it, and then we'll get back into this message. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for showing us the energies that Scorpio can focus on. Please show us clearly what is the oracle message that goes with this reading. Rock bottom. Very interesting for you guys. Rock bottom. Okay, so let's see what it has to say. Oh. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same direction or the same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a powerful brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old ways of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move forward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. Okay, guys. you're the ones who've been having that coming to life card. So you've been manifesting something, right? So Harmony, it's reminding you to remember who you are. Okay? Remember who you are. This is saying that you're indeed in the process of manifesting something, right? That is definitely the case for you. And you've been very, the Pentacles are about processes and methods and systems and stuff like that. So you've been very methodical about this. You've been embodying the energies of an earth sign with this. You've been very processed in your movement forward with whatever this is that you've been manifesting. But they're wanting you to remember that. Remember what you've been doing and stay connected with who you are. The advice is either something has happened, a glitch has come up, or is about to come up. And it feels like in the last reading that we did, there was something about some red tape, an outside influence that could occur, and perhaps something's fixing to come up in this manifestation, and they want you to stay connected with who you are, stay in harmony with your being. Because to get all involved, I think that reading was called Detach Emotionally, because to get all involved in this and caught up in this is not going to be prudent for you. So I feel like whatever this is, I don't feel the energy of anything major. I'm feeling it more as a hiccup, right? A hiccup in the process. But hiccups can cause us to get emotionally frustrated, to get emotionally out of whack instead of staying in harmony. So I feel like whenever, I kind of feel like it might be like a continuation of that other reading. And I think that reading was called What Does Spirit Want You to Know? So the other energy that they want you to focus on is memories of love. This is the Six of Cups card in the traditional tarot, but this is an oracle deck. So for me, it has a little bit of a different meaning than the Six of Cups. They're wanting you to go back and remember not necessarily past relationships or past lives or anything like that, but more about past ways that you have nurtured yourself. Because this is a serious energy for you to focus on. And it's like they're wanting you to look at ways that you've nurtured yourself in the past that have been successful, or look at ways perhaps that you have bypassed your own harmony, your own emotions, and look at things from a different perspective. Pause. There's that pause thing again about, it's kind of like detaching emotionally. We have to step away from ourselves to be able to evaluate a situation. If something happens that frustrates us, angers us, saddens us, and stuff like that, as long as we stay in the emotion, we can't see the whole picture. So I feel like that's why that last reading was talking about detaching emotionally, and I feel like this is kind of saying the same thing. Is that don't detach from you, but detach from situations that cause unhealthy emotions to boil up from deep inside, possibly. Okay, so step away and look at things from a different perspective, and then remember who you are. Look, this is the Lover's card, and this is the Two of Cups. Again, we're talking about you, so we have to, the question I asked was about you, so I have to know that when Spirit answers, they're talking about you. So whatever this tower is, this red tape, this hiccup, I don't feel like it's anything major. Whatever it is that's going to happen could cause you to doubt yourself, could cause you to be angry with yourself because you missed a step, because this is how you've been very, very processed about the steps, and you've been careful about it. And whatever it is, you're going to feel like you've missed a step. You're going to tend to want to beat yourself up. They're saying, remember to love yourself. Remember how to love yourself. Be committed to who you are. And this card right here, these two people looking at each other. Think about a couple that gets married. I just said the same thing in the Pisces reading. Think about a couple that gets married. They look at each other and they commit to each other that in sickness and health, in for richer or for poorer, I'm going to love you, honor you, respect you, all that stuff. And I feel like they're saying, go stand in front of the mirror. Whatever this is, it's not worth beating yourself up over. Go look at yourself in the mirror and recommit to yourself. I will love you, honor you, respect you all the days of my life, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, when I screw up and when I don't. It's about pulling away from a situation, even if we're the ones who make our own mistakes, or even when we're the ones who make our own mistakes, or who skip a step, or drop the ball, or whatever. Don't beat yourself up. This is important for you this month. It's continue to love yourself in spite of, so that you can move past whatever that hiccup is. Because if you allow yourself to get caught up in the emotions of doubt, fear, anger, frustration, all that stuff, it's almost like you'll be putting the brakes on your project or whatever it is that you've been working on. This is the fertility card, right? It is the same card as the Empress. Yes, the Empress. She's very fertile, right? So they're saying, whatever this is that you've been working on, you're going to bring it into fruition. You're definitely going to bring it into fruition. You may need to change the way you think about some things. You may need to, it may not end up turning out exactly the way you had planned it to. You may have to leave a couple of your ideas about that project or relationship or whatever behind and take what works and keep moving forward. Whatever the case is, you are going to bring it into fruition, and that's what they want you to keep remembering there, that energy of birthing it, of bringing it to life, of success, right? And then, because remember this card said you can't keep moving forward the way you have been, or you have to go in a different direction or something like that. I feel like there's going to be a hiccup that it's like specific to something that you're working on. There's going to be a hiccup and you're going to have to kind of detour it. But the way you're going to be able to detour it is by detaching from the emotions of self-sabotage, or else you'll end up putting the brakes on. So do whatever adjustments you have to do, but remember, you will bring it into fruition. So whatever adjustments you have to make, whatever you have to leave behind in the process, take the part of it that's still going to work, that's still going to be fruitful, and move forward. And there's going to be lots of reason for celebration. And celebrate that there is stuff to bring forward from it. That it's not a total, it's like, I cannot tell you, I cannot even guess the red tape, the hiccup, the tower, whatever. But whatever it is, I feel like this is going to be a very pivotal time. I always say pivotal time for you, because this is a major arcana. Oh, we have 4 of them on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them on the board. But this is a major arcana, and both of these are major arcana. So it's like, I feel like in the past, when you've gone through processes, things that you were working on, if they didn't work out the way you anticipated that they would, you would get frustrated, and sometimes the whole project would get ditched, or the whole relationship would get ditched, or the whole whatever, just forget about it and move on. But I feel like the reason that it's showing the tower is whatever this hiccup is, whatever the red tape is, they're saying if you focus on it in a different way, change the way you focus on it, it's going to change the way you move forward in life, period. Because it's like you're going to have an epiphany about, wow, whenever I don't badmouth myself, whenever I step away from it emotionally and just look at the whole picture, I can see things better about why this happened the way it happened. And I don't have to beat myself up over it because I just learned something about it. And I can bring it to fruition anyway, because there's still very many parts of this project that are definitely workable. And the little things that aren't, I can just leave them behind. I can just adjust and still have lots to celebrate about. Scorpio, this is quite exciting. The rock bottom card was kind of drastic, but I think it's just that they're trying to make a point that whenever we can... I'm going to take just a minute and go back and read that part that to make sure I've got that right, because I want to refer to it again. That you've reached a part that you can go no further in the same manner. In other words, you may have to make some adjustments with whatever this is that you've been working on. You've hit a brick wall. Perhaps you've hit the proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss. The old way of doing things must be discarded. In other words, you can't lose your temper, beat yourself up, and say to heck with it all and just ditch the whole project. No. I mean, you can, but this is saying focus on detaching enough to really assess the situation and know that this is still a project. This is still a viable project, a viable relationship, whatever it is for you. It's still very viable, and you will bring it into fruition. You'll just have to make some adjustments, but then you're going to find that there's a whole lot to celebrate on the other side of those adjustments. Okay. Get these cards straight again. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for this energy focus for Scorpio. I thank you for allowing us to understand the energies and understand what's coming, giving us the little potholes in the road, showing us ahead of time so we can kind of go around them. And I thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. What's the PS? Okay, so this is you, right? The water sign. You are, Scorpio, you have been through so much already in your lifetime, and you've overcome so much already, but there probably has been along the way some things that have gotten left by the wayside because you got frustrated with yourself or somebody else and ditched a project. But you're at a place now where you can change the way that you react or whatever to things and become this king who is very emotionally intelligent because he knows how to step away and look at it. He understands self-love and unconditional love. He understands his commitment to himself, which as a consequence goes out to others around him. Other people benefit from that ability for him to love himself. He's aware of all that. He's very emotionally intelligent. He's very unconditional loving, and he's very generous. Okay? So I feel like this is whatever this little hiccup is, it's going to be a paradigm shift for you in some way. Look, and it's going to be something that you'll no longer have to deal with. Whatever it is, you will never have to deal with that again. Whether it's an attitude, an emotion, whatever it is, you're never going to have to deal with that again because this is saying you're going to be able to put it to rest finally. It won't ever come up in your life again. So the Five of Swords is about conflict and defeat. And I feel like I'm hearing them say, this is the way that in the past, Scorpio, you've addressed things that possibly when things didn't work out just the way you were, you felt defeated and said, okay, well, that's not going to work. Or just walked away from it. Just whatever, I'm just not even going to go there. And I feel like they're saying don't allow that attitude or that mindset to put the brakes on whatever this is that you've been working on, because look at this energy. They're saying you are fertile with this energy. You may have to make some adjustments. Stay focused on being true to yourself. Step aside emotionally so that you can move past it instead of putting the brakes on it. And look at that. There's the happily ever after card, right? It's the Four of Wands. It talks about solid foundations and structures, and it talks about things to celebrate and all that stuff. So, Scorpio, yay that you get to see the roadblock before it comes, and yay that you get to have good focus on how to navigate that roadblock. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. And until then, have a super duper day. Bye.